Hey guys, I'm Meteorologist Chris Tomer. Let's talk some mountain weather, and we're going to talk about the Northeast and the West in this update. But first, let's go up to Revelstoke, where you've seen a touch of snow, and I think you have some snow in the forecast through Tuesday. It's not a lot. I mean, we're talking like 2 to 7 inches, but you can see some of the clouds there hanging through the valleys. Let's go a little further to the west here to Whistler, Blackcomb. You can see some of the clouds building in off of the Pacific. You also have some snow through Tuesday coming. Again, not a lot. This is pretty meager stuff, like 2 to 8 inches for the Whistler area. Let's go down to Utah. Here's Alta. I mean, a completely crystal clear morning there. Alta, Snowbird, and all of Utah. I don't have any snow whatsoever from today through the 24th. It could be a while before we see anything significant across the Intermountain West. And I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility that we could have to wait until the very end of the month. So that is Alta. Let's go up to Killington here. The view this morning, blue skies. It's like 6 below zero, and it is going to be abnormally cold for quite a while, actually, probably the next 8 days. In fact, to be realistic, the pattern really favors the Northeast through the end of the month. A big trough is going to be sitting over the east, and that's one of the things that we're going to see play out with this storm system that's coming in Sunday, Monday, is it's going to carve out a very large dip in the atmosphere in the jet stream. Let me just show you what we're looking at here on the big picture. Let me just draw the pattern. So you've got a dip like this supporting a couple of storm systems, and it's cruising way up into the Pacific Northwest, and then it's coming down. And what's happening, you can see the low dropping down into the deep south, mid-Atlantic, and that's going to curl up like this. So there's a low right here. You've got some energy coming up over the top, which is actually going to contribute to the storm that's going to create this nor'easter. You've got a low back here. You've got another low here. This little spin right here coming off the southern branch, which is also going to fuel this storm system down here in the deep south. There's not much to it. There's not a lot of moisture with it. It's just kind of along for the ride. So that's kind of the big pattern on how things are going to play out in the atmosphere. Let me just show you what this could look like according to the GFS, the American model. Again, just one interpretation here. Nothing set in stone, but let's watch the deep south because there's really nothing going on in the west. I mean, unless you're up in British Columbia at this point. Here comes the low. You can see it dropping down, and then the low starts to spin up 997 in Georgia. And this is Sunday morning right here, right there basically. There's a quick transition from very early Sunday to probably breakfast and then lunch. You can see the cold air comes in and turns over a lot of the precip to snow. Tennessee, northern Georgia, the Carolinas. There's an ice event on the way as well. And then that snow heads up through West Virginia, and also parts of eastern Ohio and Pennsylvania. So all those places are going to get quite a bit of snow. You can see that low starting to wrap up, and the pressure drops pretty fast. 984, heavy snow hits the northeast ski areas right here, and a lot of wind as well to 979. Let's see what the bottom is. 978, 973. Yeah, probably 973 is the bottom. So this is, let me take you back and here's Monday morning right here. You can see the low actually moves pretty fast. Between Sunday night right here and Monday morning, it's already up into the northeast, and then by Tuesday morning, it's gone with just wraparound snows and much colder air coming in. It's still going to be windy, but Monday, Tuesday will be excellent storm skiing powder days. If you can get to the resorts, if you can get there early and pre-position yourself, if they do open the lifts, if it's not too windy and they can open things up, you'll already be there looking for generally 1 to 2 feet. Now, I've got a map coming up for the Northeast, but that moves away. And I'm looking at the west the whole time. There just isn't a whole lot here. I mean, there's a couple of cold fronts that try to sneak through, like this one right here. See it dropping down through Montana. It just washes out between, here's Tuesday, the 18th of January right there, and then there's Wednesday. It kind of washes out. So there's not a lot to it. Let's see, here's another one right here. You can see this one coming down. This one's got a little bit more to it. This one's 2021 of January, and that one comes down, and that might have an inch or two of snow, but really there's not much to it. And that one heads for the northeast, where the big trough is, and then it's dry again across the west. Giant high. I mean, look at this stretch for even British Columbia right here. There's nothing up there. That is absolutely incredible. Here's the 26th of January. Here's the 27th, 28th. So here we go. We're starting to see some action here, but this is the 29th, 30, and 31. the very end of January. All right, let's get down to some of the details here. Let's do my snow forecast in 2 phases for the west. This is all of today through the 18th. 0 snow in Utah, Wyoming, Colorado, New Mexico, California, and very light amounts for the Pacific Northwest and Montana. And again, that's today through the 18th. Here's phase 2. This is the 19th through the 24th, an inch or two with a front or two that sneaks through the eastern periphery of this high, and that is it. I mean, look at these numbers. This is like bare bones stuff for the west. This is not going to be a good situation. 1 to 2 inches in northern New Mexico, into Colorado, Montana, again, right on the eastern periphery of this high. All right, let's take a look at the northeast. This basically covers Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday with this big low that's going to come up, this nor'easter. So again, 1 to 2 feet generally from Mount Snow, Kellington, Sugarbush, Mad River, Jay Peak, up to Mount Washington, which will probably push high-end totals. You're going to get just more wind and more upslope there. Sunday River, Sugarloaf at the higher end of the totals there. So, I mean, definitely look at these places. Monday, Tuesday, if you can get there again ahead of time, just take your warmest clothes because the wind chill values are going to be extremely low after this low goes by and the wind just absolutely roaring out of the north. So there you go. Enjoy it. Find some powder. Wish I had better news for the west. But take care. Always appreciate you tuning in here.